What you say, ladies and gents, it is your boy Bucket Hat Sam, and we are here today for a moment in history. It is the first Scottish side to win at Dortmund, and what a day to do it. Dortmund's 1,000th game in that beautiful stadium, and what a game it was. 4-2 to Rangers, away win. All these people saying, oh, away goals have been dropped. It's not encouraging away footballs and away sides, sorry, to attack. Well, guess what? They blooming did today. 4 goals from Rangers. And before this game, when they were interviewing Rangers fans, I listened to loads of interviews on the radio and the pre-match build-up. They were saying, as long as we're not out of the tie and we can take it to the second leg, we'll be happy. But I tell you now, they really took it to Dortmund. From the get-go, from the first minute of the game, Rangers were at it. First 10 minutes, you thought, oh, okay, what's going on here? And next thing you know, Rangers played some really nice attacking football, had some really big chances. Barisic had a big chance very early on. And then the thing is, yes, it didn't have a lot of the ball. Dortmund had over 65% possession. But what Rangers did with it was so integral to the way they played today. They moved it around. They were efficient. It was very direct. It was very fast paced. Players like Ryan Kent, who I thought Ryan Kent, wow, what a player that guy is. Ryan Kent was awesome today. And Joe Aribo as well. I thought Scott Arfield is a kind of player, as a system player. You know what he's going to do? He's going to run. And that's what he did. But Ryan Kent, Morelos and Aribo, I thought touch class, all three of them today. The way they moved the ball, the way they moved it fast, they got out their feet. It was direct. It was those two that really caused Dortmund some problems. And Akanji really struggled, especially with Zagadou as well. That those two really struggled with Ryan Kent down that one side. And it was just a brilliant performance from Rangers. A really good performance. Don't get me wrong, we can discuss how poor Dortmund were, but more so, wow, Rangers, that is absolutely amazing. That's a huge result. Dortmund, second favourites according to the bookies for the entire competition, above Barcelona according to the bookies. Well, today, Rangers put them in their place. They went into their backyard and played them off the park. Absolutely amazing. Every single one of those Rangers players, bar really Barisic, I thought struggled, was amazing. Calvin Bassey, I know he's usually a left back, but what a performance from centre back. The Nigerian was on fire today. Absolutely integral to the way they played. But the thing is, when it goes through, it was so good. Everybody on that pitch, the way they moved the ball, how direct they were. I just cannot get enough of how good they watch. I watch a lot of Rangers. Before this, I wasn't too confident for Rangers and their chance in this game, but wow, did they perform. Whereas Dortmund, I thought they were awful today. Awful. I think the only few players that really can come out of this game feeling like they played well, Jude Bellingham, Guerreiro at left back, and Matt Hummels. I think the only three. Matt Hummels, I thought, was defended extremely well, and all the problems came from when Zagadou was isolated with players like Ryan Kent and Morelos. I thought Marco Reus. When you look at these kind of games, Marco Reus, who got his 150th goal on the weekend for Dortmund, those are the kind of players you want to turn to, the leaders. But I thought Marco Reus was poor today. There was no energy. There was nothing from him. I thought Brandt was awful. I thought Dahoud is a player I like. And a couple of years back, he's been compared to Verratti, a player who moved the ball fast, really aggressive with his passing style, moves it fast. Whereas today, I thought he was really slow on the ball. Witzel struggled. A lot of players really, Malen didn't really offer anything. And I think the only time when really Dortmund came back into the game, obviously, the Jude Bellingham first goal for it to make it, I think it was 3-1 at the time, came from a lucky deflection where the ball came back. The ball came across to him. Guerreiro set it off to Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham put it into the far corner. But it came from, yes, it was a good run from Makoko, but it came from like a lucky deflection, the way it fell for Guerreiro. But I think the biggest problem for Rangers was their decision when Van Bronckhorst took off. Let me just double check it. Oh yeah, Scott Arfield, he took off and then brought on Sands and went to three at the back. So I thought they were coping at the time quite well. I didn't really get it at the time. They were 4-1 up, but they're inviting pressure. And you know what? Fair play to them. They rode their luck at times. Yes, there was good chances. Zagadou had a really big chance with a header in the first half, but there were other chances throughout that second half as well. And they thoroughly deserved that win. It wasn't a smash and grab. That was a performance where they outclassed a Dortmund side. And Dortmund didn't know what to do. Dortmund had 3 shots on target in the entire game, whereas Rangers only had 5. But it was how clinical they were in those chances. A brilliant performance. I tell you now, there was quite a few players there in that Rangers side that I was watching saying these players could play at such a high level. Ryan Kent is a player we all know. Morelos, we've all said it. Aribo, somebody who I've been really liking recently. And as I said, Bassi and Tavernier, all of them were on fire today. absolutely huge. And Jude Bellingham was class as well. Guerrero, as I said. But what a performance from Rangers going into that second tie now, coming back to the Ibrox. The place will be rocking. They'll be confident. Yes, Dortmund will come firing on all cylinders. But all Rangers can do, as long as they carry on that performance, don't sit back. Because if you sit back against these big sides, you invite pressure. They will score. If they take the next game with the scruff of the neck, exactly how they did in this game, they will easily beat Dortmund with the way they just played. What a performance. One of the biggest moments, probably the biggest game in the last decade for Rangers. And what a game it was. History, fair play to those fans who travelled to Dortmund. They're going to have a great night. They're going to have a great night celebrating that because what a performance. They should be very proud of their club because they were amazing tonight. And Dortmund really need to look at themselves. They've got Borussia Mönchengladbach on the weekend, Marco Rose, old team. I really worry for Dortmund. There wasn't anything tonight that I saw of them where I thought, you know what, they look good. Nothing at all. They just kept running out of ideas. It was really, really poor. But then again, that's Rangers playing so well. Don't get me wrong. Rangers were awesome today. And I cannot go on about how good they were. Europa League, could Rangers do it? People are talking about West Ham. Rangers, could they be the outsiders? But yes, they have got a second leg game first. And that will be a really big one because they did concede that goal late on, but that Guerrero goal did just spice it up slightly now because it's not as big a task for Dortmund to come back in that second leg. But I'm buzzing for that one. I'll definitely watch the next one because I'm so glad I chose that game. What a game that was. 6 goals. The 1,000th game at Dortmund's place. What a game. What a game of football. We love it. We love it. Oh, I'm buzzing. But thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button and subscribe. My man of the match today will go to Calvin Bassey. Somebody who's not going to get the plaudits as much as players like Ryan Kent and things like that. He's my man of the match. What a performance from him. Watch out for him. Great left back. You also played centre back today. Great performance. But thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button if you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. It does really help. But yes, BucketHatSam over and out. Thank you. Goodbye.